I wonder if these motherfuckers even realize I'm sitting in the front seat. Nah.
Why in the fuck is Jess sitting in the front seat?
Oh my god, there is so much room back here. Are y'all ready to review this movie?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we can be. Yeah. I guess we got the camera on, so that makes sense.
All right, you ready? Let's do this.
All right.
Count us in, Jess.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alerta de spoiler.
Fuck did you just say?
I really fucked it up. Okay. All right. Well, Paris. Paris.
No, I get to do this.
Go ahead.
So we just watched our first request movie since Into the Woods. Yes.
Yeah.
And my
first one was Zach, right?
Yes. Yeah. My best friend Paris requested that we watch the movie City of God, and let me give you a little background.
We finally got around to seeing it.
This movie is entirely in Portuguese. Thank you, Paris.
That's a little background.
That's all you need to know, really. Also, there's lots of killing, lots of drugs, and lots of children.
Yeah.
Lots of.
All right. Well, synopsis? Is that what you're talking about?
Sure.
Okay.
That was my synopsis.
That was your synopsis?
Since you said they're usually too long, that's about all you really need to know about this movie.
Synopsis are usually too long, but your synopsis ain't gotta be.
And there's a photographer.
It's about a little boy whose name is Rocket.
He's not technically not a little boy.
Well, he starts off young and grows up.
As a kid.
He technically starts off at the beginning.
He's a kid at the beginning.
Well, then we get a flashback and watch him grow up.
Yeah.
But it's about him.
It's like the first.
And he wants to be a photographer, and he grows up in the slums of Rio de Janeiro.
He grows up in the City of God.
The City of God, right? And it is basically about him living there, and he sees like every fucking thing happen.
Everything.
Yeah. Like and basically one of the biggest culminating stories is the gang war that he lives in the city of, right?
Yeah.
When it's happening and everything.
Right. So.
Well, this movie is a good movie.
Fantastic movie.
But
beautiful.
I mean,
it's great.
Thank you, Paris, for letting me watch children get shot in the face.
Goddamn.
Like, what the
That's
fuck?
the kind of person she is.
Hands or feet. Like, goddamn.
Hand or foot, dead.
Hand or foot, death.
That's one thing I will say to our viewers, whoever watches these. City of God has children getting shot.
Lots of
children dying.
Especially in the climax.
Shooting.
Especially in the fucking climax.
And it's one thing I can say is that it's not gratuitous in the way that it is gruesome. They get shot, but it's not like they show
like every single detail, like their brains
like
coming
brains
out,
coming out, or like people getting shot. And
although that might be because they didn't have the effects back then to do so, because
this movie came out in 2004.
It was 2000.
No,
2002.
Yeah.
It's
2002. Yeah, it came out in 2002.
No hate on the movie,
Like,
but
if
it's
they-
like it came out in the 90s.
No, I really liked this movie.
It was a good movie.
It was a very good movie.
It showed.
It
First,
surprised
it was
me.
based on a true story, and it showed
A real
just
story.
what people have to go through, and like how blind society is to all of that, because we never see anything like that.
Well, they saying boys in the hood, either they don't know, don't show, or don't care what goes on in the hood.
There you go. There you go. And I think that this movie, when it came out, brought a lot of light into what was happening in Brazil and what is probably still happening.
Because nobody would have known.
Because Rio de Janeiro, everybody thinks, tourist
You
attraction.
see that statue of
Jesus.
Jesus, standing there on that waterfall.
It's
That's
like, come to Rio.
Yeah, right. And you think of Blue Macaws singing songs to each other, but
no,
it's so.
You don't think of Lil Zay's old psychopathic ass.
Or Knockout Ned, or like just what is really happening, and I like that about the movie the most, is that it opened a lot of people's eyes. I assume, because it opened my eyes.
Yeah,
I figured I knew stuff like that happened everywhere, but I didn't think it was so bad to where like kids are just getting guns. It's like you just walk up to the drug lord and be
Kids
like, hey,
that were
I
like
want a
6
gun.
years old.
Yeah. Fucking
I want a gun. What do you want a gun for? I got in a fight.
I got kicked in the shin. Here's a gun. Go shoot that motherfucker in the shin.
Oh!
Yeah, this movie just was very eye-opening, and okay, we're gonna talk about the one thing that was most prevalent in this film: the fucking cinematography.
I was gonna bring that up, definitely. The cinematography
That was
and the
beautiful.
editing
Fucking
was
beautiful.
The editing in this movie was so seamless. It was so seamless.
Absolutely.
It was ridiculously seamless.
Yeah.
I, as an editor, am both infuriated and inspired.
For those who don't know, which is probably a good amount of people, Darius does all the editing for the
Sleep in the Third Row.
Well, for same difference.
Yeah.
The only editing that I like he doesn't solely do is when we do big projects like Last Christmas, Y Theater, that I help him with.
Oh, just
Other than that, so Darius being an editor, there you go.
And the movie won an Oscar for Best Directing, Best Editing, and Best Cinematography, which it
And
fucking...
Best Writing.
And Best Writing.
It
which
better.
It fucking deserved.
It fucking better.
It fucking deserved it.
This movie took you from like being in the streets at the beginning of the movie to being on like a little soccer field, and like it completely took back in time, like
And beautifully.
Yeah. Oh,
Beautifully.
the first thing I said, that first transition in the movie, that is a slick ass transition. And I said that I don't know how many times throughout this movie.
And then we all started being like, wow, this is amazing
this
how
is-
they are seamlessly transitioning
like
everything.
And that part when it's like the history of the apartment where it's just that one spot, but it like
Yeah, the camera was
transitions.
fixed in one spot
fixed in
and
one
everything
spot,
happened.
transition, yeah.
And it was the story of the apartment.
The whole story.
And if you think about writing wise, that was the story of the apartment, the story of the Tinder trio, the story of Knockout Ned, the story of the apartment. The apartment played an integral part.
Benny's farewell. Yeah.
Benny's farewell was
Yeah.
fucked up.
feels.
Benny's farewell was fucked up.
Fuck you, Blackie.
Benny was like, I've reformed. Everybody loves me. I got this girl. Fuck
I'm
you.
going to go live on the farm and smoke weed and raise babies. Just kidding, you dying. Like, thank you, movie.
And
like,
during that
no.
scene, they have
To
the
be happy.
strobe light going
The
off the whole
strobe light
time.
was brilliant.
The strobe light effect made it more intense.
How about
Yeah.
how about the fact that it was strobe light, crowded dance floor? All of a sudden, nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Like one shot later, it's
And
like
then
nobody's
when
fucking there.
when he picks up the camera, and when at the end when Lil Zay picks up the camera and he thinks back to the Benny, they do that strobe light effect again, flashing like what happened in with the real life.
I didn't even catch that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Of course I did.
That was. This movie was good, man. I will say this. They got it to the point where, and I kept saying this while we were watching. They got it to the point where you wanted to see Benny live, you wanted to see Lil Zay die and all that shit. But at the same time, Benny needed to die. Everybody in this movie needed to die.
Yeah.
As much as no, look, that shows good writing when people do fucked up stuff like kill people and you still root for them. Benny killed motherfuckers and held people at gunpoint. He needed to die.
No.
That's how it is.
I cannot agree with Benny needed to die.
If somebody in a movie kills people who don't deserve to die, they need to go.
I don't feel like anybody needs that. I just don't like the fact that he needed to die, especially when no matter how many
Story wise, not real life wise.
not real life wise, because if you go out and you murder 16 people and you just are happy with that, like Lil Zay,
Like Lil
if
Zay.
you are just fucking crazy and you killing people,
Lil Dice. How about that?
Lil
Dice.
Dice, well, you know his previous name.
Little grinning ass.
But like,
Slaughtered
I don't know. I just feel like Benny, he made himself into a better person. And even, I'm not saying that just because you reform yourself that you don't, that you are absolved of all of the bad things that happen, because all that still happened. You're still you still were a bad person. But when you acknowledge that, accept that, and reject that, I don't think you need to die. I think you need to move on with your life and like get a second chance. Everybody deserves a second chance. If
Well,
you feel like you're reformed, and
I mean,
you
it's
wanna-
not like he ended up regretting his actions.
he did. That's why he was leaving.
That's why he was leaving. He wanted
okay.
to stop.
He wanted to. He
got
was like,
lost
I've done all these
second.
bad things.
He was like, I'm too cool to be a hood. Being
Right.
a hood is
Yeah.
not, a good thing to be.
I've
Yeah.
done all these things. I'm not happy about it, and I need to stop. Like that
But-
That to me means you don't need to die, especially when you really believe.
I'll
it.
say this: if he would have just held people up, and he would have just robbed people at gunpoint, it'd be different. But when you kill innocent people, that's when I say that.
I can't agree.
If somebody in a movie kills innocent people, they gotta go. Like I say, okay, like Menace to Society, right?
Mm-hmm.
Menace to Society, right? Kane goes around and he's robbing people, killing people, stomping people out. Towards the end, he's about to reform his life and go away on some trek to become a better man. And then, spoiler alert for Menace to Society, and then Kane gets shot.
Yeah, he died.
Kane needed to die.
I cannot agree with that. I cannot agree that after...
If you kill innocent people in a movie, you need to die.
I cannot agree with that. I can't. I just cannot.
Leave a comment below and let us know how you stand on this. And we're not talking about real life.
Not real
We're talking
life,
about
but in film.
In a film, if it's a classic anti-hero, but in film, TV, or movie, or whatever.
That's not really even an anti-hero.
Well, the true definition of an anti-hero, because any hero could be an anti-hero, the true definition of anti-hero is when you follow their story after they save the day to see what they do when they're home and see how they are negative.
In this situation, it's not anti-hero.
Okay. But does somebody in a story, play, film, whatever, need to die? Like, need to eventually die in the end, no matter how good they turn out to be or how much they want to reform themselves, if they have killed innocent people somewhere earlier in their story?
Or
leave a comment below.
Or do you feel like I feel when somebody has acknowledged their past, they've decided to, reject that way of living and become a better person, and they don't need to die. They deserve a second chance because they understand they did bad things.
I agree with Darius.
You agree with Darius?
Yeah.
So you think that even though Benny killed innocent people, he didn't necessarily need to...
Well, I don't think he needed to die, no. I mean, like Darius said, everybody deserves a second chance.
I don't even think necessarily that Lil Zay needed to die.
Lil Zay.
Motherfucking Zay.
I'm saying it like this. I guess I just don't like the terminology need. I feel like
I'm talking about character-wise again.
Exactly. I feel like he should have died. I feel like him dying is not like...
Well, I think Benny should have died then if you want me to switch it.
I don't think he should. I still don't think he should have died, but I don't like the need. Like, he didn't need to die, but him dying is not something that should... Him not dying is something that should not have happened. Like, he died at the end of the movie. Damn right he should have died.
And they shot him like 25 billion times.
That was kind of fucked up, but then again, how many people has he shot?
My man looking like Swiss cheese.
No bullet for every person he ever shot. So, yeah, leave a comment down below.
Let us know where you stand. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with Darius?
Yeah.
And apparently Jeremy agrees with Darius, but who do you agree with in this
That
one?
doesn't happen very often, so thank you, Jeremy.
And I think we both made good points in that argument.
I think we do, too. I 100% think we do. And I think we can respectfully agree to disagree on
Yeah, oh yeah.
Also, I have a
Which doesn't happen that often either.
Yeah.
I have a good example with Breaking Bad, spoilers for Breaking Bad, obviously.
Which I haven't seen the last episode, but
I'm not gonna spoil like the whole last.
But no, go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
Yeah, Jesse Pinkman. When he killed Gale, remember Gale was pretty innocent.
Yeah.
But like nobody thought in their head Jesse should die or Jesse needs to die. Everybody loves fucking Jesse, even though he killed Gale. Everybody loves Jesse.
I will say this: as much as I love Jesse, even if Jesse, made it out in the end and didn't die or whatever,
he did.
Did he die in the last episode?
No, he made it out.
Oh, well, right. Either way, Jesse should have gone to prison for life at least. I'm just saying, if you do that, that's how I feel.
No, but he it's not like he killed Gale and was like, yeah, he was like, fuck, what am I,
I think there's a difference.
Well, no, there is a difference. Now there is a difference with what you said with Jesse. But the difference with Benny is Benny at one point was doing this shit and loving it. Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
And how is it different to be, you kill someone and you're remorseful? How is it different to, yes, you've done this, for a very long time, and you still show remorse even after you've already done it. You've already committed these sins or whatever you want to call it. How is it different from being remorseful immediately then to realizing that and being remorseful in any way, just in general?
I still think that Jesse, if it wasn't that he should die, he should have gone to prison for life.
No,
so I
don't agree.
I still hold firm.
When he killed Gale, he was never the same the rest of the series. It fucked him up all sorts of ways.
Yeah, the movie just it was so beautifully shot.
The only thing I didn't like,
obsessed over that.
the only thing I didn't like about the
what you're gonna say.
cinematography, and it's not a big deal.
360.
Well, no.
The 360
No,
shots,
no,
right?
I wasn't gonna say that.
I thought you were gonna say the 360
No,
shots.
no, it was dark. Like not
It was
the
dark
tone
a
of
lot
the film.
It was a
but
little dark
The
at
picture
times.
was dark.
was a
Sometimes
little,
it was hard. At one
Well, that
point,
might have been the laptop too. You never know.
It might have been the
like
laptop.
like a regular TV.
but Darius at one point goes tap tap tap. Oh, my brightness is turned all the way up. It was just dark.
I'm just saying, if you were watching it on a TV, it might have been a little brighter.
I didn't
You never
mind.
know.
I didn't mind the darkness in to certain parts. One thing that I really loved about the movie
Yeah, it wasn't a big
was
deal.
how real it was.
It's very realistic.
And I kind of think the darkness of it kind of added to how real it was. Can we talk about motherfucking Shorty beating his wife with a fucking shovel?
A goddamn shovel.
Like, okay, I
Like
understand.
5, 6, 7, 8 times.
He brained her.
Like, I understand.
brained her.
Okay, so basically what happened is
She was sleeping with Shaggy.
Rocket's. No, she was sleeping with Rocket's older brother Goose. So Rocket's
Goose.
brother Goose was fucking her with a banana, and then he came in and like Rocket jumped out.
That was microwave.
Heat the banana up and
put
then
it in
get
your
fucked
cooch.
in the ass
You put it
while
in your
you.
cooch while you're getting fucked in the ass. She said that was like the realest conversation in the movie though. She was like, "Your man don't go down on you." Shit, fuck.
Men,
I would be down
he
there,
said, men like that freaky shit.
and we do. So
I don't know if I want my girl to fuck herself with a banana while I'm fucking
I mean,
her in the
I'm not
ass.
talking about that, but I mean, that's a real sentence, man. Like,
But men like freaky shit.
women like freaky shit too, apparently. But bananas up your cooch. Anyway,
She actually tried it.
So Goose is fucking Shorty's wife. Goose fucking jumps out the window when Shorty comes in with the damn shovel.
You
like,
better hop out the fucking window.
Yeah, no,
Shit.
but he hopped out that window
Maniac
like
with
motherfucking Spider-Man. Like, he didn't even think twice. He just like took off.
He hopped out the window like he was never in the bedroom.
Exactly. Like he never was there. And then Shorty just like started
motherfucking
beating his wife with a fucking shovel. Like just like
Can we talk about, speaking of the seamless editing, can we talk about how it's like Lil Dice is right here and it's like they leave Lil Dice before they do the heist, then all of a sudden we find out that the reason why people were dead after they show them dead after the heist is because Lil Dice shot the people.
He was laughing
And then
his
they-
ass off.
he went in and just started shooting.
And then they go back and show Lil Dice ends up killing Goose.
yeah.
That, like, the editing was so seamless in this movie.
Can we just there were no plot holes in this movie.
No, well, there was one plot hole that Jeremy saw.
Well,
Oh
That
yeah, I'll say.
if it's a plot hole, if you want to hold it against the movie, I don't really hold it against the
It's-
movie, but if you want to call it one, yeah.
So Rocket is narrating the story, the whole movie, like it's from his point of view. He's narrating to
Right.
us.
oh, but when you
But
said yeah.
but there are parts that. Like half the movie, he's barely in it. So there are parts where how the fuck
How the
is
fuck
he?
would he know?
How would he know exactly how it went
When you
down?
think about it, there are a lot of movies like that.
It's true.
True, very true.
I'm not saying that, but
Very
I'm saying
true.
that just this is one of those movies.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
consider that a plot hole.
So I say if you want to call it a plot.
that just God, this movie was
The main thing that really stands out is the cinematography and the editing.
Definitely.
yes,
And
definitely,
by far.
absolutely.
Now, one thing I got from this movie, as far as the way it was written, though, and to a certain extent, was Quentin Tarantino. His style of like
I just kept that as one chapter.
his style of writing, where it's like it breaks off into chapters. The story of Knockout Ned.
Yeah, like
the
Pulp
story of the
Fiction.
apartment.
Okay.
Like Pulp Fiction.
Benny Sparrowell. Yeah.
Okay, that in that aspect,
Yeah.
yes.
And Reservoir Dogs had that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Pulp
Most of his
Fiction.
movies.
Yeah.
And that's what I got from there. You've made that face like the fuck.
I thought you were finna talk about like the way the movie was written in general. I was finna say, no. Which, by the way, the writing in this movie was amazing.
Fantastic.
One of the
So
things
realistic.
was the way it seamlessly went in and out of the stories.
So
Fantastic.
realistic, so
Fantastic.
fucking realistic.
We can talk about the actors, or at least talk about character names, because I know I'm gonna fuck these names up. Alexander Rodriguez, who was Rocket.
He was barely in it.
He being the narrator, he wasn't in the movie that much, was he?
not at all.
But that's what I meant by it being a film about him growing up in the slums, but not putting it in your face that it's a
Right.
film about him growing up in the
Right.
slums.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what I
the
meant
slum.
when I-
It's a film about the slums in general.
It's a film about the slums, and it's from his point of view. But they don't put it in your face. He's this age.
Right.
Now he's this
Right.
age. Now he's this age.
First of all, everybody in this film,
because it wasn't like a coming of age story.
before we fully get into like the separate portrayals, everybody in this film did a really fucking good job.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Like, acting-wise.
Absolutely.
Rocket, the guy who played Rocket, he did a good job.
Yeah,
He did.
definitely.
I still can't believe that you didn't see that old girl was going about to fuck the shit out of him.
I did
Yeah,
not see that.
like
but-
she was like letting them in the house and they were laughing and shit. Oh,
Cause
let's
he
go to the
was like,
shower.
where am I gonna sleep tonight?
We only have one bed.
Well, then it's like I only have one bed, bitch. You trying to get you some black poon?
I mean, I don't know how you couldn't tell when he went over there and said, "You gonna get me killed," and just the way she said, "Oh, wait," and like the way she was smiling, talking
absolutely
Yeah.
not.
No, I saw
that to
it. I
me,
saw
to him.
that.
The way they told the story, and one of the sub stories was him losing his virginity.
exactly.
You could
The
tell that's what they were
story
going for.
molded to that happening.
It did not. That to me looked like she was like trying to calm him down. Like, calm down.
I got
What's
some
your
money
name?
for you. Oh, well, where am I gonna
I
sleep
got
tonight?
some money for you. Give me some dick.
No, I got some money for you. Where am I gonna sleep tonight? You gotta sleep with me. Oh, I hope everything's cool. And then they start smoking weed together, listening to music. Come on, man.
And then she's like, "Oh, don't you want a hot shower or some shit?"
Everything just pointed to Rocket about to get some fucking like middle-aged white woman ass.
And apparently he didn't really like it. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He didn't.
it's like
it's
you can't be
okay.
mad. You just lost your virginity. You ought to
Journalists
be
don't know
happy.
how to fuck.
Oh, well, he said screw, but he
Screw,
might as well say
whatever,
fuck.
yeah.
It's the reason I was like cursing this movie.
Yeah. that's not a person in this movie.
Leandro Famino,
Don't even try.
the guy who played Lil Zay. He
Oh,
did
He was
fucking amazing.
really
Oh my
good.
God.
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
I hated him, and that's how you know it's good when you hate somebody.
Fan-fucking-
Jeremy fucking hated him.
Oh my God,
You were
every-
like, Lil Zay fucking died.
Yes, he.
Every
oh,
single
God.
shot this guy was in, I was like, "Will this motherfucker die already?"
Jesus. Yeah, he was really good.
And this is how you show that he was a good actor on the flip when they show that the scene of him in the club.
Yeah,
And you get-
and
and
he's
you-
just
and
awkward
you-
as fuck.
Yeah, and you get to see the flip side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not in control. He's
He's
awkward.
not.
He
He's
doesn't fit
awkward.
in.
He doesn't know
fucked
what
up.
to do. He got his power by killing people. Like he didn't make friends with
The only
anybody but
good,
Benny.
the only thing he knows to do and is good at is fucking murdering people.
Yeah.
Yes, just taking.
Taking.
And I mean, whoever wrote the story did a good job. Directed and wrote the story did a good job by being able to tell that story.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All signs lined up to this being a fucking amazing movie.
Yes.
Amazing.
Philippe Hagenson, the guy who played Benny.
Oh, Benny.
You thought that him and what's his name, Tiago was about to
Low-key thought
fuck.
him and Tiago. I low-key thought him and Tiago. But y'all were like, oh, I could tell by the way he looked at him, he wasn't going to kill him. I didn't really think about the fact that he like wanted his clothes, but like I thought he wanted
He was
his
like,
ass.
he's like, here, go buy me these clothes that you got. I like the clothes, and I'm gonna kind of dress like you and shit. He started kind of dressing like, I guess, an American. I
No,
guess you could say.
he just dressed like what would they call them? Like the groovers or whatever they called them.
Yeah.
It was a style of a different type of people who didn't live in the slums.
Yeah.
But what's his name?
I thought they were about to.
So you thought that Benny wanted to fuck Tiago, but you couldn't tell old girl wanted to fuck Rocket.
No.
What?
Can we talk about Benny being like Mr. Fucking Steal Your Girl?
Yeah.
He straight stole the shit out of Rocket.
Well, Rocket kind of gave him to her.
It's true. It's
He
true.
was, he was
did.
like, "Hey, can I
Rocket
dance with your
fucked
girl?"
up.
Well, I
She
mean,
was like, "Yeah, go ahead." And
Rocket fucked up.
If you think about it though, not Rocket, swooped in and got her on a rebound after she left Tiago.
that's very true.
Yeah.
Tiago's a fucking crackhead anyway. So
Oh,
a cokehead, not a crackhead.
Fucking-
They was doing that pure shit. Like,
Tiago became a serious cokehead. Now, can we talk about
His
this?
fucking red hair went white by the end of the movie. Like, damn.
Pretty much. How about the fact though that everybody was okay with the fact that it was like, well, you know what? She's with you now. I'm happy for you. You know, like
Yeah,
nobody
it
was
was like,
mad.
oh, yeah,
that's the only thing about this movie that wasn't real life. Come on. Somebody had to be bitter somewhere. Tiago probably wasn't bitter because he was high as fuck all the time. But Rocket
why he
had
started
to be
snorting
mad.
that shit.
Because she was 16, but she was cute. So I can understand why he wanted to be with her.
Yeah.
He had to be somewhere in his virginal mind. He had to be pissed off.
He said, I want to lose my virginity to her,
Yeah, and he didn't. He lost it to some white woman.
who apparently didn't know how to screw. His words.
Even though he has no idea what the fuck it feels like.
right.
It probably was the most amazing sex he will ever have, and he probably was like, "Man, it was alright."
Douglas Silver, Lil Dice, that motherfucker.
He was really good too
Nice.
for a kid actor.
All of the kid actors in this movie
They were really good.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
really fucking good.
All of the kid
It
actors
felt
were
like
good.
they
Definitely
were
not
just kind
a-
of living out their life.
Definitely
like,
not.
it
It
happens
really
to
did.
them every day.
Definitely
and that's
really
what
did.
you want when you go and see movies. That's
I mean,
what
how
acting is about.
about the fact that like when the kid who played Lil Dice goes in and shoots the people
And he's just
laughs.
cracking up. Like he's having a ball. What the
For
fuck?
a
Like,
kid to
goddamn.
be able to do that and like not
For a grown person to be able to do that is crazy.
I could think of it being easier for a grown person to do just because, you know, that
But it would still be harder.
for a kid to understand that.
Yes, to understand
that.
it. Very true. Very true.
Shit.
Very true. Jonathan Higginson, Shaggy.
Shaggy dude. He looked. That was fucking Jaden Smith.
That was
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith. How about can we talk about the fact where old girl was washing dishes and he was just like,
He was.
I like
He
how
was
you
like,
wash dishes.
he was like coming up behind her like,
I like how you wash dishes. Maybe I can help you wash dishes. And by dishes, I mean my penis.
and then she kissed him.
And then she was cool with it, right?
And then they had sex.
And then she was like, okay, this is bad. And he tried to reform himself and got killed.
Yeah. Everybody that tried to reform
No, he did not.
Oh, didn't he? No,
he was not reforming
he didn't try to
himself.
reform himself.
He got killed stealing a car.
No. He tried to get out. He tried to
run away. He
tried to get
wasn't trying to
out.
reform himself.
It's like everybody that tried to get out of
The
Russia.
only
She
person
started helping his
The
ass.
only person that reformed himself in this movie was fucking
Was Benny.
Not Benny. Benny, but
Rocket.
no,
What the fuck you
the
talking about?
other one of the Tinder trio, Clipper, who broke his fucking ankle, was like, I'm going to Jesus.
He said he felt he jumped out of the tree. No, he jumped out off the fence when they were leaving the heist and fucked his leg up. It was like, no more of this shit.
That's it. I'm done. Jesus, take me back. Take me back.
He broke his ankle. Fuck this. I'm finding Jesus. Like we're
Put me into your good graces. And then
All
you
right.
don't see him for the rest of the movie.
Matthias, I guess how you pronounce this? Matthias. I'm fucking these names up.
Mateus, maybe?
Matthias Nocturgale.
Just say the goddamn carrot.
Carrot.
Carrot. Oh.
Carrot did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be the adversary, the main adversary to Lil Zay,
Everybody
did a good
job. Everybody did a great
He
job.
did a good job. I don't have too much to say about him
Because he wasn't in it.
because it feels like even though he did a good job, but his character was important. His character was really just there to be the leader of the opposing gang, right? But he still did a good job.
Yeah.
Knockout Ned. I wanted when Knockout Ned said,
He did
"I do
karate.
karate." I wanted to see one part of this motherfucker in there just whooping the ass
Like
with
the
martial
whole
arts.
climax, is him going in like this tenement building, fighting them like fucking a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah.
Like,
and he makes it to the top, and Little Zane have this rooftop battle. Or
that would have
some
been
shit.
cool as shit.
That would have been dope.
Oh my God.
I must say,
They would have pulled their
however,
guns out and he would have whooped his ass.
Yeah.
I must say that Knockout Ned dying was slightly satisfying.
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because
How'd he die again? Refresh my memory.
okay,
Otto
so
killed him.
the kid Otto killed
Yeah,
him because
right,
he
right.
killed his father. Now Knockout Ned,
Some more seamless fucking writing, but go ahead.
Karma's a
Knockout
bitch.
Ned was supposed to be this good guy and
Fucking bus driver. And
a
shit.
bus driver, and he had this girl and he was a good guy and he just was like peaceful. They kill his brother
And it
he joins the
fucks
gang.
him up.
and
He didn't want to be bad at first.
he
right?
didn't want to
No.
be bad, and I
He
feel
fell
like
into it.
all through
And he never
it,
truly wanted to be bad.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel like
But
all
he
through
fell
it, he
into
didn't
it.
want to be bad, but
It
like
took over.
it just kind of made sense that he got himself into this world, and that he kind of died by that world, by his own, I guess, mistakes of
Yeah.
joining, and that to me is like, you're killing innocents and you don't want to, but you are still doing it.
Right.
That to me is worse, when you don't want to do something but you're still doing it. Yeah.
But his brother fucked up when he went out there with all them guns pointing at him and
Fucking
said,
brought a knife.
you don't bring a knife to a
He
gunfight.
brought a motherfucking
Especially
knife.
when like 500 guys are standing in front of your goddamn house. You don't
And
pull out
then-
a knife.
And then you pull a knife and he didn't stab him in the stomach or the chest, he stabbed him in the arm.
This is what I say.
Motherfucking idiot.
Like I said while we were watching the movie, you don't bring a knife to a gunfight, and you don't bring yourself to a gunfight with 50 motherfuckers.
Even if you have a gun yourself.
Even if you have a gun, you're gonna take out what? Maybe half a person? Like,
unless you have
gonna
a
be-
gun, unless you come out of the house with a goddamn minigun like
unless you come
Schwarzenegger.
out just like,
Can we talk about how what's his name? Lil Zay was stupid, and the whole point of it was like, why isn't my picture in the paper? Put my picture in the paper.
Oh, this motherfucker.
And so he gonna take pictures with guns. Yeah, look at us. Yeah. And put his picture he wanted to be. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dumbass.
What? Are you stupid? Like,
Obviously.
yeah. Obvious, and he probably, and also, he was illiterate and he couldn't do math, which is why he had everybody around him doing it for him.
he was smart enough to run people though.
He had power and he had fear control over them. He didn't have real control over these people. He just kept them in fear.
Well,
He could. If they realized that he wasn't smart and that he couldn't do all this shit by himself, they would have overtook him.
The Runs realized it at the end.
Yep, and they shot him.
Them Runs was like, hold on. This is who city, motherfucker? You need us to do what? You ain't got no money and you ain't got no soldiers and you need us to go and rob for you? What power do you have right now?
Okay.
We have guns. Say runs. Say runs. All in all, this was a good movie, man.
Very good movie.
It was a really good movie.
Are we ready to
Very
rate?
fucking good movie.
Paris, you're welcome.
Thank you for requesting a fantastic movie.
All the shit we've been seeing. Like,
All
thank
the
you,
shit
Paris.
that we have seen in the past couple months.
You are the
This was a
best.
really good
Guys,
Paris.
I'm telling you, we're gonna lose viewers if we start seeing good movies.
Oh,
It's
don't
the
worry. There's
first
some
good
bad
movie
shit
we've
coming out.
seen.
As soon
You
as
see that finger, Darius? That finger's meant for you.
God, I did not expect this. I'm rating it a 10, guys.
I was thinking if I was gonna do that. I don't know if I will yet. I'm still making up my mind right
am
now.
too, but
I'm not mad at you for saying that.
I'm rating it a 10. The cinematography, fuck, you can't even like compare it to any other movie right now. Like, and the acting,
I'm not mad at you for that.
when I was going into it, I was really not looking forward to watching this movie, guys.
No shit.
I was really fucking not looking forward
This
to watching
motherfucker,
this movie.
I'm happy.
Fuck
He
you.
had kind of postponed the movie.
Fuck you. I didn't I was fucking hungry, alright? But
I'm
fucking
taking some gum.
10 motherfucker. 10 out of 10. It was
I'm not mad at that at all.
It was absolutely
That's actually
a fantastic movie. Like, fuck, I wouldn't rewatch it anytime soon, to be honest with you. But it was amazing.
Now
It was amazing.
you have. I think that you have to give a little explanation as to why you wouldn't rewatch it, even though you give it a 10.
It's just It's
I think you have to.
fucking dark as shit, and
Okay.
it's depressing to watch at times. It's just not the movie you want. You're like, oh, I'm having an off day. I wonder what City of God. Like, that's not
It's
the
a
kind
rainy
of,
day and I'm off today. What am I gonna do?
Let's watch City of God.
Fuck no.
I won't understand any of it, and I'll probably cry still.
Next time you go out on a date, just like take a girl like back to your place. Hey, let's watch a movie. What do you got in mind? City of God. You don't love me, do you?
That's what I'm gonna do to you. You see that show?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do to you.
oh my,
fucked
that's
up.
fucked
That's
up.
not funny.
That's like saying something like, you see that banana?
I don't know if I'm rated a 10. I don't know about 10. But I will probably rate it 9.5. And the only reason that I get that 0.5 off is because I think it was kind of long.
I could see that.
And it wasn't like too long, like,
No.
oh my god,
No, I
put
could-
it in.
I could see
But
that.
it was kind of long.
I could see why
It's
you
like
think
it's
it
like
was
2
long.
hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'll admit it was a little bit.
And it could have been like an hour and 45.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, if you cut it out, do you tell the story right? So I don't know.
Right,
I'm
right,
still kind of deciding that. But I give it a 9.5. I mean, acting when you get to the point where you have children acting and it seems
Like Oscar
like
Yeah, really.
like seamless, like these kids went on set and started talking, not reading a script.
Yeah.
I mean, the motherfucker that played Little Zay, oh my god. First of all, like,
fucking awesome. Goddamn.
I mean, the movie itself was good. Also, I think I might be a little biased too because sometimes reading that many subtitles can kind of get to me, I guess, subconsciously.
It can take away.
It can, yeah.
But that's nothing to hold against it.
If it was
but
dubbed in
maybe
English, it
maybe
probably-
I'm doing it. I don't know.
If it was dubbed in English, it
I
probably
feel
wouldn't
like
have been
if
able
it
to.
had been,
If it had been dubbed in English, it would look stupid.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, I feel like if
It would have.
if
It would have.
had-
I wouldn't have been able to take it seriously. Yeah.
I just feel like it would have lost some of its value.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
I give it a 9.5 though. I wanted to give it a 9, but I was like, maybe 9 is just a little too low, simply because of the behind-the-scenes cinematography, writing, directing, and editing. All 4 things that it was nominated and won an Oscar for, deservedly fucking so.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Definitely.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5 because I guess subconsciously on the subtitle part and consciously because it was a little too long, just a little bit.
All right, Darius.
I am going to agree with Jeremy on this one. I gotta give it a 10.
I'm not mad at y'all.
It's Horrible Bosses 2 all over again.
I have to give it a 10 because, like I said, as an editor, the cinematography and the editing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Fuck
We,
beautiful.
Jazz and I were in this place in St. Louis called City Garden, and it was fucking me up so much, the framing of the shot we were trying to get.
Yeah.
And as an artist, as a video editor, as just somebody who has that type of eye for those types of things,
I think we all have that eye, but you really do.
it was just
'cause you do
something
this,
that, like, everything was just framed beautifully.
Everything was framed beautifully.
Every
Definitely.
single shot, every single.
How about the over the head shots where they were going around and the runts were wreaking havoc on all the people and
That
like
was
shooting them,
beautiful.
and it was like
Everything.
over the head, so you just get
Like
to see
bird's eye view,
the
Bird's
area.
eye view, yeah.
Everything about this movie just, and I like it. Honestly, I liked the dark tone of it. And I think I liked it so much because it was so real. It was so real.
If I can cut you off for a second, I have said that I do like movies where when they get to a point and they show that uncomfortable scene, and you're like, are they gonna turn away? And they have the guts and the balls not to turn away.
You said that Clockwork Orange.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So-
And this movie definitely did that shit.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I just don't like to see children die, but I understood it for the story.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved every second of it. It was
Now, would you watch it again? Like Jeremy said he wouldn't.
I would watch it again. I don't know that I would watch it again just, like as a casual thing, but I feel like I would be like, hey, there's this movie that you need to see. Like this, I feel like this should be on everybody's list of movies that they need to see at least once in their
Definitely.
life.
And I think that if you're trying to get into acting and especially filmmaking, you do need
Use this movie.
If you're trying to get into filmmaking,
If you want to be in
need to see this.
See this
cinematography or
fucking
editing,
movie.
this movie is the movie for you to
It's
watch
like a
because
perfect
it is
example.
seamless. Every transition, every
Beautiful.
shot, the colors, just
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and how it.
I'm just gonna lay down back here and like cry about how bad I suck at editing because
Goddamn.
In the first few minutes when he was a little kid, it was like darker colors, and when he grew up, it like
Yeah,
brighter
sepia
colors.
tone, and then it got
tone.
brighter,
Yeah, it got
yeah,
brighter
with
when
the
he grew
color.
up. Yeah, that was
That was nice.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
We give this movie 9.8 blonde Benny Afros out of 10. Yes.
Beautiful.
Can we agree on that?
Yes,
Beautiful.
we can
We
agree
give this
on
movie
that.
9.8 blonde Benny Afros out of 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Perfect.
So again, thank you, Paris, for suggesting a really good
You're
movie.
awesome, Paris. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was a
I
good
love you.
idea.
Out of
I
all
can't
the
wait to
shit
hang
we've
out with
seen,
you.
out of all the shit.
We're gonna hang out. By the time this comes out, we'll have already hung out. So you better watch this video, bitch.
Damn.
Okay.
all the shit
Now, like I said, everybody too, leave your comment below and say about the whole thing that if somebody kills people in a movie who are innocent at some point, and then later on they decide they want to get out of the game or get out that life, do you think that character should die, or do you think that character should be allowed to live because they're reforming themselves? Seriously, leave a comment. The next request we're gonna see is
My neighbor Totoro.
Zach. Zach again.
He's Zach again.
He's Zach again. That's corny as shit.
Let's not start doing that. Let's not start that shit. Let's not make that a cliche.
I mean, we got it because we were doing requests and nobody was watching our videos.
Yeah.
Zach was requesting shit, so we got that. And then I guess after that we got Alpha Phoenix.
Yes, Alpha Phoenix.
Yes,
First
after
off,
that,
shout
Alpha
out
Phoenix.
to you.
Alpha
Zach.
Phoenix. Thank you for watching our videos.
Thanks
you
for
are
watching.
awesome.
Thanks for
You
sharing.
are the
I see
best.
that. We get the Google Plus notifications.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are the best.
We love you, Alpha Phoenix.
You are the best.
So we'll be seeing one of your two movies first. We haven't decided.
We
which
haven't
one.
decided. Oh, thank y'all for watching.
You are the best.
We love y'all.
Woo!
Why am I yelling? Thank y'all for watching the movie.
Okay.
We love y'all for watching it.
Okay, shut the fuck
I
up.
randomly have a bottlenose.
What are you, a dolphin?
Okay.
Thank you, Paris.
Thanks, babe. I love
thank
you.
Paris.
My name is Totoro next. Cause Zach is the shit. And Zach actually wants to see what we say about that movie too.
It's such a good movie. I'm probably
Alright.
gonna between now and like when we actually watch it, I'm probably gonna watch it a couple times. Just saying.
Alright.
I've already seen it, so it doesn't really matter.
Damn.
Well,
All right.
that being said,
9.8 blonde Benny Afros.
Out of 10.
and stay tuned. I haven't said that in a while.
Oh.
Stay tuned.
Oh.
Alright. And as always, peace.
Bye.
See ya.
And stay different differentials.